Okay, friends, we are back. Today's topic is kind of I'm going to almost call it a public service announcement. I was just over writing some email reviews and I had this aha moment where I'll say that I've had this kind of thought pop into my head a lot recently, and I figure it's just popping into my head too often. I need to share it with you all because I think it's going to help some people. A lot of us are making this game harder than it needs to be. Okay? And what I mean by that is we're trying to hit these perfect shots or close to perfect shots. So you arrive in a scenario and you go, oh, I need to hit a draw or a fade or whatever. You're just trying to make your swing perfect, trying to squeeze out the best possible results versus just trying to clean up what ultimately is the worst of your results. And let me just distill this down to two key patterns, okay? So many of us are in here grinding on club path, and ultimately what's controlling your path is your club face and its relationship to the path. So I just see it all day long. If I'm someone who's losing this face a little bit open, my swing almost always wants to sneak a little bit more over and across and outside in. These players also typically try and release the face earlier. So you're talking about steep, you're talking about flips, and you're definitely talking about less rotation through impact as a result of all that. Versus, we're not saying these players are phenomenally skilled or anything, but when you get a golfer who's missing with a closed face, instantly, almost always, you're going to see that golfer tend to drop that club behind them more. Now they're going to swing more inside out, and the game is just easier when you're swinging from the inside. It's easier to hit it solid. It's easier to hit it straighter. You're going to avoid a lot of these contact misses that so many of us deal with. And I just kind of had this realization that if you go to any PGA Tour driving range, you're almost never going to see any of them dealing with an over-the-top slice pattern, but so many of them are trying to figure out how they can avoid hooking it or just trying to calm that down. Some of them are playing fades. Some of them are just trying to control their push draw. Almost none of them are fighting the slice, versus if you go to like a average, public facility driving range where a lot of those golfers can't break 100, boy, are most of them going to be over the top with an open face, okay? So if nothing else from this video, if you just decide that I'm missing with an open face, I'm going to do something to close it, whether it's stronger grip, whether it's trying to really keep it hooded in the takeaway, whether it's trying to pour on the rotation in the early downswing. Personally, I think the earlier in the chain you handle it, the higher likelihood you'll succeed. But yeah, open face misses versus closed face misses. There's so many unique characteristics to everyone's individual pattern, but I see two clear-cut buckets, and the golfers with closed face misses are having an easier time. So if you're dealing with an open face pattern, start there. Don't try and waste your time on path. Figure out how to close the face and watch that path shift for you on its own. All right, until next time, like and subscribe.